What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman. And today, guys, it is still that terrible, weird transition period for me right now. It just went from super hot to, I wouldn't say cold, but it dropped 20-25 degrees. The water temp dropped 15, and literally a span of probably a week and a half, something like that. And these fish are definitely just bunkering down, and they're not really quite sure what to do with themselves, so it's just kind of hard to find them biting. It's really weird because I'll get some fish that are just sitting on the bottom not doing anything, just really have to grind for them, and then I'll randomly see a giant school of shad or something like that and bass blowing up on them. So I see hyper aggressive and I see slow as can be, so it's just super weird, and I just really can't figure these fish out right now. I'm just kind of waiting for the weather to just, get more normal again, just have some kind of normal consistency so these fish can figure out what they want to do long term. And as you know, fall is coming in hot right now, so that means they're going to be feeding up like crazy here in a few weeks. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen to really get into the good stuff. But today I got a bunch of stuff with me today. We're just going to try to get back out there, figure out the fish, and hopefully land us some nice ones. So let me go ahead and hop right into what we're going to be using today so we can start fishing. Here we go, guys. Here are all our setups for today. We got a little black and blue jig right here with a critter hog trailer. Just going to be targeting some deep stuff with that. Then we have a topwater option right here, and I'm going to be throwing this thing across some flats and some schooling fish if I see them. I've been seeing a little bit of shad flicker out here kind of while I've been getting set up, so that's a good sign, and I definitely think I can get something on this if I do see some schooling fish. And this is just a little walking bait, and that is the Jaywalker. And then finally but not least, we have our little swim bait right here, this little grass pig, and this is a little 1/2 ounce jig head, and this should do perfect for just covering a lot of water quick and hopefully just being able to key into these fish as fast as possible. So I'm just going to be covering some docks, and there's a little flat back there. I'm really thinking that we might be able to get a fish back in that corner. It's usually pretty promising for me. So let me go ahead and get started and start flinging this thing back there, covering some water, and hopefully find us a nice one. Nothing on that first cast. Let me get a better cast down this dock line. Oh gosh, that was not too good. That was not too good. Nothing there. Try the other side of the dock. And basically what I'm going to be doing with this, guys, is just letting it get down and then just reeling it nice and smooth and pausing it. Reeling it nice and smooth and pausing it. Just a little stop and go tactic that's been working pretty good for me the last few days. I'll probably do a lot of that, and then just a straight retrieve as well. Oh, come on now. Ugh. Have a good skip, and I'm rewarded with a frickin' snag. Gotta love it. No luck with the paddle tail so far. On to my next little bait that I'm gonna use right here, and that is going to be this little creature bait. I guess it's more of a jig than a creature bait, but I'm gonna take this thing and give it a toss right here on this big old deep structure piece. See if there isn't anything hanging out. Oh gosh, I got bit right there. I know y'all probably saw that tip go doo-doo-doo-doo. He just grabbed it and dropped it. Shoot. There's one. Got him. Can't tell how big he is. He's coming right up. Not that big a fish, but I will take it. First one of the day, just a little guy. You got to start somewhere, and I will not complain about a fish in the boat. That is for sure. But this is a little dude who's got some kind of super warped tail right here. Let me see if I can get a better look for that for the GoPro. I don't know if y'all can tell, but that thing is all kinds of messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this guy the trouble and just go ahead and put him right back in there. Seems like he's struggling as is, so no need to make it any harder for him. But let's go ahead and get right back out there. Fish has this. Fish has this. Oh, what? My line started getting really slack for some reason. I don't know if the boat was moving weird or the fish dropped it. Huh. There's one. There's a fish. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. He's keeping his head down. Could be a decent one. Hard to tell. Oh yeah, that's a good one, guys. That is a good one. Come here, bud. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Stay down. We're definitely gonna take our time with this one. We do not want to lose them. Our bites are coming few and far in between. Swing them into the boat. And there we go. Let's go. That's a solid fish right there, guys. That's 3 pounds all day. All stinking day. And that jig, barely in there. Like, I literally put almost no pressure for that thing to come out of there. If that fish came up and shook his head, he probably would have swung that thing out of there. But I don't know if y'all take a closer look at this guy. He's actually got a pretty bad cataract in this eye, so he might not be able to see too well on that side of his body compared to that one. But that is a solid little fish right there. Super, super healthy, nice and meaty guy. Let me go ahead and stick him right back in there. There she goes. Ha-ha. Yes, guys, yes. That is what I'm looking for. A few more bites like that and it'll be a good little evening. We're gonna make a quick change up here really quick. I'm gonna put this little medium diving crankbait on right here and trade that out for my little paddle tail. I'm coming over some areas right here where there's a bunch of shad, and I see some other stuff that I think look like bass. It could be something else that are kind of like right over here. There's a big flat like straight out of here in front of me, and then it drops off, and they're sitting right there on that drop-off ledge. So I want to take this like medium diving crankbait where it goes from about 4 or 5 feet down to about I want to say like, let's see, it is about 11 feet. And I want to take this thing and just run it across that edge, see if I can't pick anything up. Here goes nothing. Trying the medium diving crank. I'm hoping there's going to be some fish that are going to bite this thing on this ledge. They're definitely there. Just, are they going to bite is the question. There's one. That feels like a good fish, guys. That feels like a decent one. Oh yeah, got him on the crank. Deep cranking out here where these fish are kind of stacked up underneath the shad. And that is a decent little fish right there. Nothing too crazy, but a fat, small guy. I mean, just really filled out for his size. And I got him right there in the corner of the mouth with the crank. Let me just pop this sucker out of there. There we go. This guy's trying to get away from me. He's squirming. But that is a good little fish. This little sucker pooped on me. He's gonna make sure he gets the last laugh, but let's go ahead and put this little guy right back on in there. There he goes. Gotta get the poop off too. Gonna troll for a minute while I kind of move spots. Gonna zoom down here to this bridge, see if I can't get anything off of that. There's one. There's a fish up underneath the bridge. Get him around that column. Yeah, that's a decent one, guys. Look at that. Right up there on that rip rap rock over there. A little bit of a tongue twister. But that's probably our second best one of the day right there, easily. God, man, that's a hardy fish. He's strong. Let me try to grab him like this because he is not wanting to be grabbed by the mouth. There we go, got him now. But that is literally probably a maybe 2 1/4 pound bass right there in a 1 pounder's body. I mean, he's just fat and thick and just muscular as all can be, man. That was a hard fighting fish. Let me just go ahead and stick that guy right back on in there. Went right down to the bottom. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one up underneath that bridge. Smack the glide bait. Let's go. Yes, sir. Right up there on that bank line. Let's go. It's like a nice 3 pounder. This overcast and all this wind pushing back into this pocket, I figured there might be a few fish kind of just stacked up in here, and I actually see bass blowing up on some bait back there in the corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy back in the water ASAP. Glad to get one on the glide bait. It's been a minute since I've done that, but let me go ahead and slide this bad boy right back in there. It's a nice like 3 pounder or so, 2 1/2. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. There's a fish. Got him off of those posts. That's a good little guy right there. A fat little one too. Probably about 1 1/4 pounds, 1.5 pounds. Just a chunky little guy though, man. He's just a meatball. I mean, he's got some feistiness to him. Let me get a grip on you. Got him right there in the side of the mouth. Wasn't going anywhere. Crunched that thing. Like second that thing hit the water, I just started popping it and he just came up and smoked it. There was no doubt whether that was a bite or not. But thank you for the little munch, dude. Oh, gosh, all these fish are off in a hurry today, man. They got some spunk. There we go, got one. Got one on the buzzbait up against this windblown bank. Come out here, bud. Keep him over that stick. Yeah, that's a good fish. Come here, bud. Thanks for munching. That is a good little bass right there on that bank. I'm glad to see him munching in this wind. That's really nice to see. I'm ready for that full fall bite to start taking place. We're in that transition period, so it'll be nice once it is full blown. But it's nice to see those early stages of that fall transition. Let's get this little guy right back in there. Man, he was in a hurry. Gone like the wind. There we go. There's another one on the buzzbait. Oh, I can't tell how much bigger this one is. About the same size. Maybe a little bit bigger. I think this one's got a little bit more size to her. I love it when they're eating top, man. So much fun. Oh yeah, baby. Got him. And look at that, guys. Hooked that fish on, guess what? The trailer hook. And I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it before. If you are not running a trailer hook on either your buzzbait or your spinnerbait, you're doing it wrong. I can't tell you how many fish I catch solely because of that trailer hook. It definitely does wonders for me. But that is a decent little fish right there. Probably about 1 3/4 pounds, 2 pounder, somewhere in that range. But thank you. Oh, off in a flash. And on that note, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and if you want to go the extra mile, hit that little bell notification as well. But as always, bassing is a passion. Peace